What are we going to talk about?
What do you mean, what are we going to talk about? You said you were going to present about the pitching staff.
Me? What? Why do I always have to be the one to present? Why do you always make me do the work?
What are you talking about? First of all, you volunteered. You said, I'll do the pitching staff. And second of all, because you always say yes. You always say, will you do it? You always say you'll do it. And am I using that and manipulating you to do all the work? Yes. But that doesn't matter. You agreed.
Last week I did all the hitters, okay? And then the week before, I'm sure I carried your weight then too. And the week before, because you're off like playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Like, you could do a little work around here too.
Well, look, you've been carrying this show since 2021. Really.
Tell me about
it. But let's be honest. But no, because I'm not ready at all. You said you were. Why are you being so difficult about this? Usually, like, oh, I know all this stuff, and Ben's an idiot. You kind of enjoy it
because
like what?
I don't want to do it, Ben. It's too hard. I don't know who's gonna be on the pitching staff. I mean, I got to like Walker, and then Bivens, and then Buteau. And then I was like, there's like 25 other names, and I don't know who's going to be on it. Don't make me do this, please.
You know what, Matthew? I don't think anybody knows. I don't even think the Giants know. But here's the good news.
What's that?
You have 30 seconds to figure it out. Hit it, Bob.
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the baseball is mid, but the cocktails are elite. Here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
The baseball is mid because the Giants, even though they went 6-0, they got shellacked by this team called the USA. Have you heard about this team called USA?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, I don't know. They were really good. But apparently we traded Logan Webb over to them. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed about that.
It was Logan Webb and about 10 minor leaguers.
That's right. We gave them Logan Webb and 10 Giants minor leaguers, and we got nothing in return, and they beat us 15-1, but somehow they played extra innings. I was very confused. But anyway, welcome to episode 349 of Giant Cocktails. Matthew, Bill Terry, and Mel Ott both hit 349 for the Giants. Terry did it in 1931, 1 year after Mel Ott did it in 1930. And when Mel Ott did it, Matthew, he didn't lead the team in hitting, not by a long shot. Because Bill Terry in 1930, he hit 401. 52 points better than he did the following year.
Slacker.
Seriously, 52-point drop in his average?
Surprised they didn't cut him.
I'm surprised, too. You know, if we were doing our show back then, we probably would have been complaining about it. Well, at least I would have been.
You definitely would have been.
You probably would have had something sunshiny to say about a guy dropping 52 points off of his baseball average.
Yeah, I probably would have pointed out that he was still batting 349.
Whatever.
Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
Let's do it, Bob.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I am calling the Slappy Ben. But that's not his real name. His real name is Sloppy Joe's No. 1, and I got it from an old favorite bar book of mine that I've gone back to recently because I've been, getting back to the basics, just, trying out some old recipes. And, anyway, I'll tell you what is in a Sloppy Joe's No. 1, a.k.a. a Slappy Ben, at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, not going to lie, like 5 minutes ago, I was going with an entirely different cocktail, and then I went to go make said cocktail and I didn't have the ingredients.
Somebody stole the booze.
Somebody stole the booze. So I had to pivot. So I made something up called In a Pinch. Tell you all about it.
Pivot!
Okay, Ross. Tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
Today is Sunday, March 8th, as we record this podcast. Your San Francisco Giants went 6-0 in the Cactus League this past week to bring their record to 13, and that's not right.
That's what it says on the website.
It's not 13-2. They've lost 3 at least. No, maybe they've only lost 1 because they did lose to USA, but that wasn't in the Cactus League.
That's right. That doesn't count. That's a practice game.
That's a practice game.
It's a practice game for the practice games.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody was making a big deal about how badly the U.S. beat the Giants, but a lot of that damage was done by the Giants minor leaguers.
Is that better or worse?
It's not. It's worse. It's definitely worse. But in a lot of ways, it was an intra-squad game. So it's like, of course, the Giants lost. You know, because it's an intra-squad game. But no, they roughed them up. But I mean, I thought Alhauser D's Nuts did yeoman's work. Against one of the best lineups that you could make in baseball. Probably one of the best 2 or 3 lineups in
the history of baseball.
In the history of baseball, literally, and the other 2 are just out there playing for different teams. The Dominican Republic and Japan. So anyway, but the point is the Giants are easily on their way to defending their Cactus League title, back-to-back championships. Take that, Dodgers.
That's right.
You win the regular season, we win the Cactus League. We're basically the same. Right?
Sure. Basically.
Right?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
If you squint.
Yeah, I'm being positive. It's positive. Spring training, Matthew. I'm being positive.
You are being positive, and I think what we're going to talk about today, you put it in the notes. I want to talk about this because it seems like you're being a little positive here too.
I am being positive, and that's because I was drinking early today. And so we're going to talk about who's hot today.
Notably, Ben did not put who's not.
That's right. We're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about certain pitchers whose name might sound like noise an animal makes and how they didn't pitch at all this week. We're not going to talk about a guy whose name sounds like a sharp utensil and how he's been doing. We're not going to talk about those things. We're not going to talk about a young man who pitched for Great Britain and had one of the most heartbreaking at-bats for a team that could have beaten another team. We're not going to talk about that.
We are going to talk about that.
Why would we do that to poor Tristan? Come on, man. Come on. Why he doesn't need that? Doesn't deserve it. It happened, though, so yeah, we're probably going to talk about it. But anyway, but mostly we're going to talk about who's hot. And then, after that, Matthew is going to present about the current status of the San Francisco Giants pitching staff.
Wait, I said I was. No.
First of all, you're lucky. I've given you more than 30 seconds. You have the whole first half of class.
All right. You just blabber on like you usually do, and I'll figure something out.
Done and done. But before we do that, we have some tidbits to talk about. Sorry, I had to take a drink of my cocktail, which I haven't had. The thing about the 12-bottle bar, Matthew, is all other cocktails are just a little too tart for my taste. And that's coming back to me now as I drink this Slappy Ben. But anyway, that's not the tidbit I wanted to bring up. The first tidbit I wanted to bring up, Matthew, is I wanted to point out something about the ABS, the Automated Balls and Strike System, which I think people have just sort of stopped talking about because they like it and it's working.
Yeah,
right?
nobody's complaining about it. You're only talking about it if you're complaining about it.
That's right. And maybe we'll get back to it in the regular season when the games really matter, but I don't, this is not something like, all the naysayers. Yeah. Do you like the baseball that's better? I mean, yeah. How do you feel about that? You unhappy about that? About the better baseball? Well, there was one thing about it that I was worried about, though. I did bring this up, I think, last year, where I was concerned that what the TV broadcasts were using was going to be different than the ABS system, right?
Yeah.
Because the TV's broadcast, they all have their own different systems, right? They didn't have, because baseball didn't have this unified system.
Yeah.
That's right. So my concern was that now that baseball did, that the TV broadcasts were still going to use their own, and then they were going to disagree. Well, it turns out that I don't know if they're going to use different systems or not, but one major change that they're going to use on the TV broadcasts is they're no longer going to show where the ball ends up, right? Because they show the square, but often they show a little circle as to where the ball ends up, right? To show you at home that it missed or it was a strike. They're not going to do that anymore. So there is still going to be a square in most broadcasts, but that's it. You're just going to get, rectangle. You're going to get the rectangle, but you're not going to see a little graphic that shows you where the ball went. You're just going to have to look with your own eyeballs and decide. And then the ABS will work as it does. And honestly, I'm shocked that Major League Baseball had the foresight to see that this was going to be a problem, because fans were going to lose their minds if the two things disagreed. So that's one thing that I noticed. And that's it. That's my tidbit.
Okay.
All done.
I've noticed that Patrick Bailey's pretty darn good at calling strikes.
Yes, he is.
That's not something that we talked about, like at how it could be helpful. We thought it was going to be batters challenging the calls because of how he moves his glove, but no. I think his strength is that he's got like bionic eyes and knows exactly when a ball is a ball and a strike is a strike.
Right, and he's gonna get the strikes that his pitchers would have otherwise not gotten because he's going to call them correctly. And it also means that as the Giants pitchers get comfortable with him doing it, they're just going to let him do it, because we have also learned that pitchers are bad at this.
Really bad.
They're really bad. Like catchers have the best view, batters have the second best view, and pitchers I think cannot actually see it.
Well, no, because they're like yanking their body towards the ground, and they're not looking at the strike zone.
Yeah, so Patrick Bailey is amazing at this. So, yes, I absolutely think that is one thing we did not consider. So, yeah, cool.
For you, though, before another tidbit here that I'm throwing in there. Because last week we went through a whole scenario who the fourth and fifth outfielders could be. And I like to admit when you're wrong. And I think that we may have slept on Grant McCray.
Dude, I put Grant McCray on the list. He was the first guy off. But then I did put that other guy ahead of him. McLean. John
Will
McLean.
Brennan. I don't know why you keep saying McLean.
Because I'm pretty sure his name is John McLean. Where am I getting that name from?
I don't know, but it's Will Brennan.
It sounds familiar.
But Grant McCray has had a great week, and left-hander with pop who can play all three outfield positions. Maybe Grant McCray could be one of those fourth or fifth outfielders.
Yes, you're right. And he's had a decent week. He's got his average up to 300, but that's from 3 at bats. So, let's not count our chickens yet. All right. Are we really going to do all of these the whole WBC in a tidbit? That's not a tidbit. That's a whole segment, man.
Okay, well then, that's your problem, man. You're the host.
Okay. Well. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next tidbit / segment 0.5.
It really is. 0.5,
there's this thing called the World Baseball Classic. And Matthew, last week you kind of sounded like a guy who just didn't want to deal with it. You didn't want it to happen.
I didn't.
And I didn't want it to happen.
Deal with it. I worry about my guys getting hurt and all of that. Yeah. I did watch it.
Yeah, you watched it now that the games are started. And you and Screwball are all like, USA! proud to be an American. Right? Yeah, you guys are just all into it now. Yeah.
I am, but it's hard not to get into it when Logan Webb didn't get off to the best of starts.
No, he didn't.
But then, like, just locked it down like only Logan Webb can. And it was great, man.
He gave up a leadoff home run to a guy whose father hit a ton of home runs.
And this is what I texted you, like, this is why I don't like the WBC, right? I just, but then by the end of the game, I was fine.
Yeah, Logan Webb locked in and looked like one of the best pitchers in the world. So that's happening. That's happening. But it's not like, as Giants fans, we're not just watching USA, right? We're also watching Venezuela and Israel and Great
Puerto
Britain
Rico
and Puerto Rico and a little bit of Great Britain. I mean, I watched the highlight. Anyway, so lots of good things are happening, and this kind of does dovetail into the who's hot. So, because some of these guys are hot. So let's start with Luis Arraez, Matthew. He hit 2 home runs in one game. He's probably not going to hit 2 home runs for the Giants all season.
I looked it up. He's only done that one time in his Major League Baseball career, which is one time more than I would have thought that he had hit 2 home runs in a game.
Agreed. The funny thing is he's done it twice in his WBC career.
That's so crazy. I can't even, like the guy's going to be like a WBC hero.
He's the first WBC player to do that, to have multi-home run games, more than one. And the weird thing is he did it all in the same ballpark. The house is being foreclosed ballpark. What is it? It's home
foreclosure ballpark?
Yes, home foreclosure ballpark. Yeah, which I think is in Miami. I think that's where the Marlins play.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. We're watching it, folks, but we're not watching it that closely. What else? Oh, so JHL has been playing pretty well for Korea. He was especially good in the game against Japan, but then something happened. He hurt himself.
A little ankle twist.
Yeah, can we call him back? Right? Nope. That's it. Sorry, Korea. They've lost twice anyway, right? They're out of it.
Are they out of it? I hope they're out of it.
I don't know how it works. I think they've lost twice, but there's like...
It's pool play, and you never know. Like there's
like 5 teams in each pool. There's going to be wild cards. I just... But like,
it's
no.
Gonna come
once
down
a
to
guy
like run differential or something like that, right? Yeah.
Once a guy starts limping, he should go back to his regular team.
Agreed.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened. Let's see. Harrison Bader, he made a diving play to catch a ball that he didn't catch, which led to a double for Luis Arraez in the first inning of their game.
Oh, so at least can talk trash when they come back to
He can. He almost got it, but he didn't. And then he's 2 for 9 with 3 Ks, but he does have a dinger. Okay, this is the part where we are veering away from the who's hot portion.
I think we should just claim that maybe he's got a sprained ankle.
Ramos has a sprained ankle?
Allegedly.
Yeah, Elliot Ramos also has a sprained ankle because he's 0 for 7 with 3 Ks for Puerto Rico.
Maybe they should send him back. He's limping now. Just send him back.
Right. And Tristan Beck also has a sprained ankle because something happened to him that was so bad. Great Britain is trying to erase him from the team. Like, seriously. If you try to open his stats on the MLB website for the WBC, the webpage has an error, and it says, this page does not exist. Or, oops, there was an error.
He's also, when you go to the team pitching page, his name's on it, but he did give up a home run.
He gave up a huge home run. They were tied 1-1 in the 8th inning with 2 outs, and he came in and he promptly gave up a 3-run homer, which was the go-ahead game-winning RBI, as they used to say. And then Great Britain went on to have an even worse 9th, and they got tanked in a game that was like they almost beat Mexico. They were playing Mexico even for 7.5.
Ben, I don't know if you know, I've done our DNA.
Uh-huh.
And this was our heritage game right there.
That was our heritage game?
Yeah.
That's right, because that's right, because we half Mexican and half Great Britain. we half British and half Mexicano.
Ole.
So yeah, whatever. I'm a Californian. That's it. All right. So anyway, that's sort of segment 0.5. We're going into segment 1 now, and we'll skip Luis Ariz and Jung Hoo Lee. But a couple of other guys that I wanted to mention who are hot, and not just like hot for spring, but hot in the last week. I don't know, Matthew, this fifth outfielder and like who's going to be the power bat on the bench thing. Gerard is having himself a spring. He is having himself a spring.
When you're going into spring training with 0 options, that's the time to have a spring.
That is the time to do it. Like, he is putting the hammer down. So I foresee him getting hurt in the last spring game, just like that last year. So he will have the job locked up.
Do you think he'll be playing the outfield like in the last like couple of games before spring, where he could dive for a ball?
I mean, Bob Melvin sent him out in the outfield to play in that game. It was literally the last game in Arizona. He sent him out there the second half of the game, and I'm like, that just like you could have put anybody out there. No, I hope not. But I guess he's got to play out there. He's got to be able to do it. So, if he hurts himself in the last game of spring or the first game of the regular season, doesn't matter. Because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But anyway, he's doing really well.
Well, he hit 462 this week.
That's right. 462. 462 for this week. 6 hits, 1 double, 2 strikeouts, no walks though. He's not up there. He's raking. He's hacking. Gerard is hacking. And even though one Mr. Eldridge did not have nearly as good of a week, Eldridge was only 2 for 8 for the week, but Eldridge had a triple and a double, so his OPS and his slugging better than Gerard's for the week.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I was watching the game today, Sunday, as we record this, and Eldridge struck out in his first 2 at bats, and I don't know if he got any more after that, but I know he struck out in his first 2, and both of them were just like not fair. He worked it into like a pitcher's count. I mean, a hitter's count. He was at one point he was full count. He was expecting a fastball right down the middle, and the pitcher just broke off this beautiful curveball that like buckled his knees and like in there for a strike. And then there was this slider that was just nasty down and away. I think he was like expecting a fastball on both of those those occasions. And
well, he's getting big boy pitches.
He is.
And he didn't look particularly hot, but I'll tell you what, his OPS for the week is better than Gerard. It's at 1.025. And
I will say though, he struck out, but those were not like, oh man, he looked overmatched. It was just like those. You tip your hat to the pitcher. Those were some nasty pitches.
And his on base percentage for the week 400 because he had 2 walks, which Gerard did not. So it's not like Bryce has been bad, but I don't know. Like if these guys are going head to head, and I don't know that they actually are. Like there's this idea in my head where that's happening, but where Koss and Schmidt both make the team, and Koss becomes the 5th outfielder. That's the kind of scenario that I'm thinking. I don't know that that's a real battle that's happening, but if it is, it's neck and neck. But I think Gerard's got the longer neck.
Well, just because he has to stay on the team.
That's right. All right. You know who else also had a good week, Matthew?
The guy that got traded for Camilo Duvall.
That's right.
Camilo, I don't care about him. I would give him up for you, and it's the comeback. Come back, Camilo.
It's fine. I'm not. Shut up.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
You said it with your eyeballs.
Maybe.
No, Jesus Rodriguez had a very good week. He was 6 for 12 with a dinger and 2 doubles, man. Like his OPS for the week.
He had more walks than strikeouts.
That's right. He had 2 walks. His OPS for the week, 1488.
Is that good?
That's ridiculously good. That you only have that when you have a good stretch over 12 at bats. Like,
when
that's
your
the
OPS starts with a 1.
When your OPS starts with a 1 is very, very good. It's like Bonzian. But when it had the second number is a 4, that's like it's spring training. It's spring training. A guy had a good week during spring training. That's all it says.
Speaking of guys who had good weeks in spring training.
Yeah. Oh. Are you talking about one Buddy Kennedy?
I didn't even know that guy existed until just now. I'll be honest. I saw it in the show notes and I was like, okay, he's just messing with me.
I just snuck in a fake name. Yeah. I just made up a fake dude and I put him in here just to see if you were paying attention. There's no Buddy Kennedy. He's not real.
The part that really bugs me is when I clicked on his name on MLB.com. He's wearing a Dodger hat.
Oh, God. Really? Oh, he is. He doesn't even look like a Buddy. He looks like a Clint.
Yes, he does. And I'm looking at his page. He was a Dodger for 2 weeks.
Man, they take their pictures fast over there.
I guess they do.
They get him into Dodger blue real quick.
I don't understand. August 15th, they signed him. August 25th, he was DFA'd. And somehow his picture on MLB.com is in a Dodger hat. I don't.
Well, Buddy had a really good week. He is 5 for 9. Okay. 2 home runs. He's the only guy who had 2 home runs this week, Matthew. He's one of the few Giants with multiple home runs all spring. And his OPS for the whole week, 1822. Buddy Kennedy. He's making the team. You heard it here first.
We're going to have like 5 first basemen.
Yeah, he's a first baseman. Oh no, is this a sign that Raphael is really hurt and he's just not he's going to be out all year?
Well, the only reason he's playing is because Raphael is hurt. That's
this is it. God, we do not want I mean, okay, look, if Raphael Devers is hurt, it's not Buddy Kennedy that's making the team. Obviously.
It used to be Wally Pip as the name. Now it's going to be Buddy Kennedy.
Buddy Kennedy. That's right. Look, I think the reason I left his name on here is just like, look, it's 1 week. Okay, it's early. And also it's just 1 week of spring. And 1 week of spring does not make a job, right? This is just like, my former favorite player. I blocked his name out, Matthew. The guy who hit 2 home runs on February 28th. The former Savannah Banana.
I forgot his name too. Yeah.
Wow. He was a Dodger. He went to the Dodgers after he played for the Giants. Wow. I said his name so much, and I blocked him out.
I only have so much room up in the head.
Some of our listeners are yelling his name at us right now.
Yeah, I can picture him. I can picture him, little dude,
second baseman.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't remember his name.
Well, anyway, right? That's what happens when you fall in love with a Buddy Kennedy. Okay, we don't. That's so. That's he's a little bit of levity. Okay. All right. So, but that's all the position players. There were some pitchers that also had good weeks, Matthew. Logan Webb, we already talked about him in the World Baseball Classic. But also, there's this kid, I don't know if you heard of him, Matthew. His name is Landon Rope. Right, that's what I said. He had 2 starts in the past week, or did he just start on last Sunday? But anyway, his 2 last outings have been very, very good. The guy's looking in. He's like, there's no question that he's in the starting rotation.
No question.
Unlike
Brett Wisely.
Brett Wisely. Wow. That just shows you how much I was not a fan, right? I just quickly, as soon as I just erased his name and I replaced it with Sloppy Joe #1. That's what I've overwrote it with.
Priorities.
Yeah, just like zip. A name that I like so much, I gave that cocktail 2 names. So yeah. Landon Roop, but also having a good week is relief pitcher. A guy that I like to call Nick Margavicius.
So I think it's Margavicius.
Yeah.
I think I was ready to go Margavicius, and then I heard on the broadcast they were like Margavicius.
It is Margavicius. That's what the pronunciation key says on Baseball Reference. Folks, if you ever don't know how to say somebody's name, there is a pronunciation key on Baseball Reference for every player's name. Now, they don't always have it. But it is there for most players. And it does say Margavicius. But I'm going to pretend that I didn't read that. So it's Nick Margavicius.
I don't know why
Nick
you're calling him
Margavicius.
hot. Why is he hot?
Why was he hot? He had a good week. Didn't he? Are you saying he didn't?
I have year to date. Sorry.
Yeah, year to date, Matthew. See, we're just talking about the past week here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're getting really, really narrow here.
Okay.
Okay. This is a guy who has not played in the major leagues since 2021. Good year for the Giants, 2021. I don't know if you know that, Matthew.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick had a good week, but also having a good week was one Keaton Winn.
Yeah, we forget about Keaton Winn. It just, he was gone for a while, and all these other names started getting put ahead of poor Keaton, and maybe we should bring that name back.
I think we better, because I'm looking at the work you put together so far for our next segment, which we're about to roll right into, and you need a Keaton Winn. You really needed Keaton Winn to make this report look better, because right now this is shoddy work, I gotta tell you.
Okay.
So let's roll right into that then. Okay, so that's who's hot, folks. Now we're gonna move on to the second segment of the show. Matthew's review of the pitching staff. Now, what Matthew's going to do right now is he's going to tell you who is definitely making the team. It's gonna be a lock. These are the guys, all 13, and Matthew's going to break it down. Take it away.
Okay. All right. Here we go. First one, Logan Webb. Okay, you going to argue with me on that? No, you are
that's
not.
obvious.
All right. Next, number 2, Robbie Ray. Right? Probably going to stick around.
I mean, I don't know. That he looks like he's still doing the voodoo thing, but okay, sure.
Third, Landon Roop. I'm not going to do it longer because I'm still out of breath from the last time. And then they signed him for a reason, right? So Tyler Malley and Adrian Hauser-D's nuts. And I got to say, neither of them have actually pitched bad enough to it be like a concern. Like the
I mean,
they're fourth and fifth
roster,
starters. What are you going to do, Ben?
You're going to give up 2 runs in the first inning to one of the best lineups in baseball, in the whole world, possibly the best lineup in the world. So that's not so bad. And he pitched reasonably well as he continued through that game. So, I mean, Hauser D's nuts, Team USA liked them a little bit. They thought those nuts were a little, they were fine, but not great, which is good. That's good.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 5 out of the 13 right there. Okay.
Sweet.
So
you did it.
We are.
All right. You nailed down the starting rotation. No Tidwell.
I said this was going to be hard.
No,
this is easy stuff.
Yeah. No Tidwell, no Birdsong right now. That seems pretty accurate. I mean, other guys who could be vying for a sighting. Wisenhunt, he had a very good game in his last outing, but before that, not so good. So,
hey, am I doing this or not? Are you going to start?
No, you're right.
Names?
I'm sorry. You're sorry. You're right. I was just.
Okay. All right.
No, you're
okay. Well, so I think I mentioned this in the beginning, but Ryan Walker, Spencer Vivens, Jose Butto, all of them been fine. No reason to think that they wouldn't make the team. They were on the team last year. They'll probably be on the team this year. Ryan Walker and Spencer Vivens, the only 2 pitchers that were on the team the entire year last year.
Wow. Can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
What roles are those guys? Are those like your top 3? That's like your closer and your 2 setup guys?
I was supposed to know that stuff. Like I'm just throwing names on a board and hoping it'll stick.
Well, I mean, I guess technically we said who were the 13 guys making the team, but I thought you would come in and you would have roles assigned, because that's seemed like
you would think that would be something that we could really nail down. Yes.
And if those are the top 3 guys, those are the 3 locks, then that would be your best 3 guys, right? And so your best 3 guys would be your closer and your setup guys, right?
And these could be it. We don't know. We don't know. Are you hearing me? We don't know. But We need a lefty in the bullpen. So obviously Eric Miller, except he's hurt right now.
Still?
And so let's go to another Sam Hentges, also hurt, not going to start the season.
No.
So let's go to another lefty, Raver San Martin.
He was pitching well early in spring.
Yeah, also hurt.
Come on, dude.
So Matt Gage, healthy and left-handed, pencil him in, baby. No,
we found one.
Ink. We're putting that in ink.
We found one. All right.
I'm pushing him up into that slot there. Anyway, he's there. All right. Then Eric Miller and Sam Hentges, if they are healthy, then they're probably the two left-handers, but they are not right now. And so I'm going with Matt Gage and scans roster for any other left-hander. Juan Sanchez.
Who? Is this like Buddy Kennedy's roommate? What?
Juan Sanchez.
I don't even see his name on your list. You're just typing him in right now.
No, he was a non-roster invitee.
Oh, he's all the way down there.
And he's like the only other left-hander. So
Here it is. You have it in notes. Lefty who is healthy. Okay, and we're gonna have two left-handers in our bullpen, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. We got 2.5 weeks, so maybe Eric Miller gets healthy by then. But
you're saying Hentges and Miller are ahead of him.
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't have that many lefties, so. Anyway.
Some teams only play with one, Matthew, like the San Francisco Giants often.
Then we may be doing that again.
Okay.
All right. Well, then we got Joel Peguero, who, came in late last season and was throwing gas. And I like the guys that throw hard.
Okay.
Also injured.
No.
He was going to play for his home country, whichever country that is. And I'm not going to look it up. But no, he couldn't because he's hurt. I'd like to say that he was going to be on the bullpen. I thought this was going to be easy, Ben. I thought it was going to be easy to just pick the guys that were on the team last year and just say, they're going to be on the team next year, but they're all hurt. So JT Brubaker.
Studebaker.
That's a name that's a pitcher's name, JT Brubaker. and I don't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need like 3 more guys, right? So that's 6. That's 6.
We need 2 more. Oh God, what is happening?
Well then, okay, so then let's go to the guys that we know that have all been traditional starters. Okay. So we got Trevor McDonald, EIEIO.
Right. Yeah, I like that guy. If it's September, he's the best pitcher in the world.
Well, and he could be like the Landon Roop of this year, where he starts in the bullpen and then eventually makes his way into the starting rotation. Could be. Next is Carson Seymour Butts.
Right.
Just another guy that we've been hearing for a while. Then there's Blade Tidwell, and I really want to like Blade Tidwell, but every time I turn on the TV, he's getting rocked. And I know that there are other times where he's not. This is just personal bias because every time I turn on the TV, he's getting rocked. Now, granted, some of it is by Team USA, and I don't think that's really fair. But other times it's by like the Chicago Cubs, and I don't know, man.
I mean, they're good too. They're a Major League Baseball team, but you want your Major League Baseball team to at least be better than them.
Then there's Carson Whisenhunt, who looks really good this week. Like his last 2 outings have looked really good. He's done something. Maybe he's taken a Robbie Ray class or something where he's sucking out the mojo of poor Hayden Birdsong or something.
Or maybe he just fixed something.
Okay, that's probably more likely. Yeah, that's probably more likely. Okay.
His last outing, he had 5 strikeouts, and I think gave up only 1 hit and no walks. So, yeah, it was very good. I don't know that those were the exact numbers, but he looked very good. But, yeah, like a little up and down so far. So we need to see more consistency from him. Are you saying he's on the list? Or what's going on here? You got to commit, man. You got to commit. You got 6 guys. Like you got 1 more guy that you got to put on this list.
Well, let me give you a couple more options first before we decide, okay? Because this is not easy. It's not easy. You're the one who told me how to do this today, and it's not easy. Keaton Wynn, You know, I like the guy. I love what he did a couple years ago. I'm hoping that he's back. So I think we need to give him some consideration.
Okay.
Then there's the
All right.
non-roster guys. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
There's
so many names.
There's Will Bednar, former first-round pick. Michael Fulmer, former Rookie of the Year. Caleb Killian, who has also pitched well.
Yeah, he's killing it.
And Gregory Santos, you know, for round 2 with the Giants, maybe.
Yeah, fireballer.
Then we got the guy Wilkin Ramos, and then Nick Margavicius. And so you tell me I have to pick. I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to pick. All right. I'm going to pick Trevor McDonald. We're going to put him in the bullpen. And then I'm going for the dark horse. I'm going Caleb Killian.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You know what? Sure. I don't think they're going to carry 2 lefties unless Miller and Hentges get healthy. I think Gage is a lock if it stays the way it is currently today. If Miller and or Hentges get healthy, then they might push Gage out.
Agreed.
But and then I think they would carry 2 lefties, and it would be those 2. But I could see it being Miller and Gage or Hentges and Gage as well. But I don't think they're going to carry Juan Sanchez under any circumstances. So I think they would rather carry a righty who they think can get lefties out, and that is off like Bivens, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to carry Sanchez at all. So I would pull him out, and I would put in right now. I would put in McDonald, and I'm going to say Gregory Santos.
Okay.
But Margavicius is also looking pretty good. So I think McDonald deserves a shot. Wisenhunt could definitely be in there, but I think the point is, Matthew,
nobody knows. That's the
nobody
point.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I do want to say that that's not necessarily like a bad thing. Like every year, relievers just like either implode or like come out of nowhere. And
it's very rare. It's very rare that a reliever is dominantly good 2 years in a row, much less 3 years in a row. And when they are, they do something stupid like fix baseball games.
Exactly.
Right. So that's how rare it is. So you're right. You're right. I mean, like any one of these guys could be one of those guys catching lightning in a bottle. The question is, will the Giants identify the right guys, and will any of these guys be that type of guy? So I agree with you. It's not necessarily a bad thing that we don't know who's going to be there, but I don't know that it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, Ben. Okay, because that means there's competition. Competition breeds like success, right?
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron, Ben. We gotta just let them just duke it out.
You have any other cliches you want to throw on top? Duke it out, iron sharpens iron.
No, that's about all I got.
Okay. Well, that was very good, Matthew, for an assignment you finished during class.
Pretty much how I did my entire high school career.
That is literally how I lived. If it was a presentation, I didn't write it down at all. I just ad-libbed everything. Yeah. Pretty much. And then look what happened to me when I grew up and made a podcast.
You were born for this, Ben.
I was born for this. It doesn't make me any money, though. But, so I guess my teachers were right.
Maybe we should get some ads for this podcast.
Oh, we should do that.
Bob, get on that, man.
Bob, you heard the man.
Yes, definitely.
Wait, what? Did he say yes, definitely? Did you say yes, definitely?
That's what he said.
Wow.
Bob's on it, man.
Bob's on it. Okay. Cool. Well, then I don't have to do it.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
Oh, yes. It is time for the booze. Once again, Bob, hit me.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Well, thank you for asking, Bob. That's very kind of you. Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I renamed the Slappy Ben, but it was originally named Sloppy Joe's #1. And it's from the book, The 12-Bottle Bar, but they claim that they did a bunch of research, and it's actually a classic cocktail from one of Ernest Hemingway's haunts, a famous bar in Key West. And therefore it is a classic cocktail. It's a little bit more elaborate. And as I said earlier in the show, it runs a little tart. All of the recipes in 12-Bottle Bar, in my humble opinion, are a little bit on the tart side. Not spirit forward, not sweet forward, but citrus forward. I highly recommend that book if you're interested in learning the basics of cocktail making. But if you do, just be aware of that. Most of their cocktails run a little tart. And so if you don't like that, you can certainly try balancing them more toward your palate flavor. The way I'm going to present it is exactly how they presented it in the book. So what is in the Slappy Ben, a.k.a. Sloppy Joe's number 1? Well, it has 3/4 of an ounce of white rum, 3/4 of an ounce of dry or white vermouth, 1/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur, which you can also measure as a teaspoon and a half. 1 ounce of lime juice, and already, yeah, folks, right, those are the ratios. And then 1/4 of an ounce of grenadine. You combine all of those ingredients into a shaker with ice, shake until well chilled, and then strain into a martini or coupe glass. And that is how you make a Slappy Ben, a.k.a. Sloppy Joe's number 1.
That's a tasty cocktail.
It's actually very good, Bob. Joe. Or can I call you Sloppy? Bob, it's actually very good.
Drunk?
A little bit. I'm a little tipsy because I had 2 of them. It's very good. It's very good. It is tart, but I think as you drink it, it kind of grows on you. But also you could balance it a little differently.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail called In a Pinch, Pivot.
Pivot!
What's in that? Well, it's got 2 ounces of London dry gin, a 1/2 ounce of ginger liqueur, a 1/2 ounce of cinnamon syrup, 1 ounce of lemon juice, and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Put all those into a shaker with ice. Give it a good shake until well chilled. Strain it into a chilled coupe glass, and you are good to go. No garnish needed. And I threw that together as Ben was waiting for me on Zoom. So I must say it's actually pretty good for a just let's throw something together cocktail. So give it a shot. That's what I'm drinking, Bob. In a pinch, pivot.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Not bad, actually. I would do this again, for sure. And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Monday with more Giants content. Hopefully, like there'll be more drama or something will happen or Tony Vitello will get thrown out of a game or just something. Throw us a bone, Giants. But if you can't wait till Monday, just give us a shout out on the socials where you can find us in the usual spots under the name Giant Cocktails. You can also leave us comments on Spotify and YouTube where you could subscribe and follow. Don't forget to leave us a positive 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Your positive reviews really help the show. Ben, it's been great talking Giants with you. Until next week, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Matthew. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. I can't think of anything to say at the end of this.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
No, blank. Nothing.
You know,
I got nothing.
You don't have to say something there.
But we've kind of made it a
Yes,
thing.
we turned it into a thing. We turned it. I
and
started
that's just
it.
kind of what we
and
do
then-
now, right? It's just kind of the thing now.
But we can make new things.
'Tis a new season.
Well, it's not yet, but it's coming up. Yeah, I think. In fact, I think the listeners expect us to do new things. Right?
I
Yeah.
wonder what that will be.
I don't know.
Come up with something, Ben.
Why don't you come up? You're so good at it. Why don't you come up with something?
Okay. New co-hosts, Scott and Will.
No, no. Not that I don't like those guys, Scott and Will and OG Roger.
And Septa. Just we'll have just a whole like rotation of guests
Right.
on the show.
Right. Wait. So like to replace you or to replace Bob?
No, to replace you.
Look, dude. If I'm not on the show, I'm just gonna turn it off. That's how it works. Like I'm the one who registered it. I'm the one who controls. It's my accounts.
Fine. We'll keep it with you. But then now you got to come up with something new.
I gotta. Okay, it's fine. You can replace me.